Congratulations on your purchase of a Gideon Optics Rock. We are glad to have you on board. In the box, the Rock will come with this low-profile 1913 rail already attached. If I was going to put it on something with a 1913 Picatinny rail, I'd just take my T10 wrench that's included in the box, put it in that head and the side, and just turn that down to tighten it onto the rail. However, we're not going to do that today. We're going to put it on a pistol slide, so I need to remove the Rock from its included mount. I'm going to take these two screws that are in the top going through the optic body. I'm going to turn them lefty-loosey, that is counterclockwise, until they release and I can pull the Rock off of the included low mount. Dump those screws out, and then what I like to do is put them right back in the mount. So if I change my mind later and I decide that I want to move the Rock to a different gun that does have a Picatinny rail, I'm not searching for which screws are the right thread pitch, which are the ones that came with it, because I went ahead and just saved them just like that in the mount. Now I can set this aside for later on in case I change my mind. Okay, now we're going to grab our Glock 19 slide. This is a Patmos slide from JSD Supply. If your Glock does not already have an optics cut, you can send it to a gunsmith and pay them to mill it, or you can just buy a slide already ready to go from JSD, which is what I recommend. This is the RMR footprint. Anything that fits on RMR footprint, that is what the Rock will fit on. So we're just going to press this straight down, give it a little bit of a wiggle. It's going to go straight in place, not in from the side, like a Lego set. And I'm going to take my 6x32 screws that came in the box. They're clearly labeled in their little plastic baggie. These are 6x32s. Carefully get them started, and obviously they're going to go clockwise to tighten, righty-tighty in technical terms. Try to use the screws that came with the optic if you can, if we have the right thread pitch included, because the head of the screw is cut to the correct angle for the body, and they're small enough that you can change the battery out without having to remove the optic. So I'm not going to over torque these. I'm just going to basically make it finger tight, then go a little bit more. Finger tight. Let me see if I can show you here. A little bit more. That's all. That's all that we need to do. Time to install the battery. We're going to take our wrench, turn the battery cap lefty-loosey, counterclockwise again. You look in there and you'll see there are some teeth that are going to hold our CR1632 battery in place. Just kind of push him in there, push that battery in place. If it doesn't want to be held in place like that, just make sure you don't bend any of these teeth. Let it lay flat like that. Put the battery cap in place. T10 wrench goes on top. I'm turning it to the right a little bit to get the threads aligned, and then there we go. The opposite direction. Now righty-tighty. And there's no reason to torque this down a lot. I'm not even going to use the long arm of the wrench. There's an O-ring that's in here that helps with waterproofing. You want to turn it until you feel that O-ring sort of squish down. Once the O-ring is squished down, it's watertight, and there's no reason to over torque it. I'm going to press my brightness up button a couple of times and make sure that the unit turns on and works. This one happens to be a green circle dot, and we are ready to hit the range. At the range, we're going to use our included flathead wrench here that also came in the box, and the adjustments on the optic indicate point of impact shift. So if I'm hitting low and I want my bullets to hit the target higher, I'm going to go follow this up arrow and turn this screw counterclockwise in order to bring my point of impact up. If I'm hitting to the left, I'm going to do the same thing. See how it says R there for right? I'm going to turn in the direction that the arrow indicates in order to bring my bullet impact to the right. Don't worry about where the dot is in the window. These adjustments adjust where your bullet is impacting, and remember that. Thanks for watching. We hope that you enjoy shooting with the Rock, and we'll see you out on the range.